First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Double honors to the apostles, and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Right. This lesson is going to be on this article, which was today. You know, what Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is putting spirit in people to, really start like race wars, man. Because you can clearly tell that race wars are coming just from these incidents that are happening all of a sudden. People are getting fed up. All right. So, all right. North Carolina city releases body cam videos related to beating of suspect jaywalking. Okay. Which I'm sure you brothers want to see the video, so press on it. Yeah, I've seen enough of this. I've seen enough of that. Because you didn't comply, the devil says, man. How are you supposed to put your arms behind your back when somebody's tasing you and then choking you? Literally putting his body against you. How are you going to put your arms behind your back if he's blocking your back, man? And he's choking you out. Hey, do you think when you're getting choked, you're going to put your arms behind your back, or are you going to try to breathe, man? These cops are fucking devils. All you so-called white people are going into slavery, man. You fucking heathens. Every single one of you, man. You're going to pay for every bit of punishment that you've given us, man. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai isn't going to hold back on any of you devils. Okay, if you're not an Israelite, there's going to be no mercy shown to you. Alright? Because this is ridiculous, man. And it's only going to get worse. Just like I'm going to title this video, man. It's only going to get worse. Because Jacob's trouble's coming. But it's the Bible, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh that all the heathens are going to be punished for what they did. Alright, but let's read this article. The city of Asheville, North Carolina, released disturbing, difficult to watch videos from 9 body-worn cameras related to the beating and tasing of a man who was suspected by police of jaywalking, this city said. So you're gonna choke somebody and beat somebody and tase somebody for walking across the street. Just let that soak in for a second. But there's literally devils and heathens who are literally killing people and have a gun out, and you're not going to shoot them, you're not going to beat them, you're just going to talk them out of it. The audacity of you devils amazes me every day, man. You know that? One video from an officer on the scene shows Asheville police officer Christopher Hickman wrap his arms around the man's neck from behind. From behind. How is somebody going to put their hands behind their back if you're choking them from behind? As police attempt to subdue him. Subdue him from what, man? He was screaming for help because he was being beaten for no reason. It's just like this one man, was beaten. He was taken out of his car and he was beaten. I watched this movie Straight Outta Compton, and it was a movie, I think it was maybe the 80s, that this man was thrown out of his car and beaten with batons, man. Literally. The footage provides greater insight into the August 2017 arrest of Johnny Jermaine Rush. So they arrested Mr. Rush for jaywalking. For jaywalking. Oh my gosh, man. Oh wow, such a big crime, man. I can't even believe it. Jaywalking. Oh, God forbid a man can walk across the street acting like everybody don't fucking do that, man. Alright? I guarantee you if that man wasn't a so-called Negro, you know, a Jake, they would have let him off the hook. And you can argue, well, you don't know that. Yeah, I do know that. Alright? I've seen countless examples of people being let off the hook or being taken in to custody after killing like 9 people, but then here's a Jake that doesn't murder anybody, is just mind his own business, gets shot and killed. So don't bullshit me, man. Alright? I'm just going to get into the scriptures. We've all seen stuff like this. You can read this article if you want. I think the video shows you enough, man. Because all this article is going to try to do is twist and turn it and all that bullshit, man. Didn't have a gun. He wasn't fighting back. He wasn't doing anything. He just didn't want to die. Alright? Notice how it takes 9 police officers to get 1 man and you still can't do it without tasing him. Like you're trained professionals, my fucking ass, man. Just a bunch of pussies behind a gun and a badge, man. Just a bunch of fucking pussies. Alright? Anyways. So yeah, I was gonna get the scripture on Jacob's trouble. It's like alas. It's in Jeremiah, I'm pretty sure. Alas, Jacob's trouble. The day of Jacob's trouble has come. Yep. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's going to be saved out of it? The elect. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Alright. Let's go to Malachi chapter 1. I'm going to go to verse 2. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Another example from the Old Testament, Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So it said the Edomites are the border of wickedness. Who's ruling the planet? Job chapter 9, verse 24 tells you. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who's the wicked? The Edomites. Who's in rulership? The Edomites. Which is why they can push this agenda and do this bullshit and no justice is done, man. So yeah. Alright, let's go to Obadiah. There's only 1 chapter, but this book, you'll never hear in churches them talk about Obadiah. Churches don't have the truth. You're not even supposed to go to churches like that. It's just churches are spiritual, not a physical building to go into. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So everything they've done is going to come right back at them, man. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So, what does this mean? what cup is this talking about? The cup of judgment that Israel had to drink, man, for disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Shemar. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. They didn't kill him, but there's been many occasions where they have. So, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. And what are the elect waiting for? 149, Psalms 149, verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory, let them sing aloud. Upon their beds, let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh. His saints are the elect, man. Alright, so like I said, everything they've done is going to be put right on them. No, I basically hit the point. I'm going to title this video, It's Only Going to Get Worse, because it is only getting worse. Jacob's trouble with the famines and the pestilences, martial law, more discrimination, race wars, all that's coming, man. All that's coming. But yeah, well, I guess. Whoops. Forget where this was. It's like stand against the other. Second Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's race wars, alright? With that said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shemar Shai, double honors to the apostles, knowledge of great millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Alright. I'm gonna keep it going for a little bit. See him choking him. They're holding his hands and telling him to put his hand behind his back. In another of the videos taken after the use of force on the scene, so one of the sergeants admits to using the taser to punch them. Using the taser to punch the man in the face several times. So they basically gang beat him. This incident has created a loss of trust within the community, particularly among people of color. Yeah, no shit. Because you're the fucking devil, alright? And they're starting to realize that. Whatever, man. They can make up all the excuses they want. Why don't they just apologize? Or do something, man. Why don't they just... Whatever, man. Because it's only going to get worse. There's only going to be more of these because Yahweh's trying to push for those race wars, man. Alright? But yeah, with that said, Shalom.